So you may be on your way off to a great vacation, traveling, going 30,000 feet in the air, chilling, relaxing in first class, and be like, uh-oh, what's going on? My belly, it's getting bigger. I'm having bloating. I'm gonna explode. I have to fart. Ah! Well, in this video today, we'll go over what is jet belly. Why does flying make you more bloated and make you need to fart? Should you hold your farts on an airplane? Can people smell it? Will they hear it? And at the very end of the video, I'll give you my advice on what you can do to beat the jet belly and get your gut and your gas and your bloating under control. Guys, let's talk about food. Howdy y'all, Dr. Samir here, aka your poo guru, trying to give you the best tips and tricks to help out with your health. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button! Like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to a weekly newsletter where you can get great tips and tricks like you're learning in today's video. Jet belly, what is going on? I've had so many patients ask me about this and they're wondering what is causing this, what can be done about this, and what can we do to hopefully manage the bloat. So we'll talk about why do people get gas in general, why flying in particular can get you more gas, more bloat, and more farting. We'll answer some common questions about that, and I'll talk about what you can do to fix that. So gas can be due to a lot of different reasons, but in general, there are three main reasons why people get gas, bloating, farting, and burping as well. Number one, you actually may be ingesting a lot more air than what you realize. It's called aerophagia or air swallowing. Very common problem to have. A lot of people don't realize that they're doing this. And so whenever you talk, whenever you swallow air, air goes into your stomach. Well, it only has two ways to go, either back out as burping or down below as farting. And the more air that you swallow, the bigger your belly will be until it gets to a point in time where it's got to exit one of the two ways. And there are a couple of different reasons why people swallow too much air. Number one is chewing gum. Just all that chewing of gum will actually cause you to ingest a lot more air than what you are realizing. But the other thing about chewing gum is that a lot of gums, especially sugarless gums, have certain products or sugar alcohols that are very difficult to digest. And so as you ingest those, it acts as a bomb going off inside your stomach to cause bloating to occur. The second reason why you may ingest air is smoking. Guys, come on. It is 2021. Why are you still smoking? It is terrible for you. There is nothing great about that. But not only that, that smoking will cause you to swallow more air and make bloating worse. The third reason why you may be ingesting air is sucking on pen tops. Now I do this. Where's my pen top? Do I have one? Let's pretend I have one right here. Just gnawing on that pen top will cause you to suck in air and cause you to bloat, have gas, and fart as well. A fourth reason why you may be ingesting air is drinking carbonated drinks. All right, I love my Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm from Texas. This is what we drink down here in the South, but I know if I drink a lot of Diet Dr. Pepper, the carbonation causes bloating to occur. If you are a gas bloater, you cannot drink carbonated drinks. I'm sorry, there's no ifs, ands, and buts. You just can't do it. And then lastly, if you're eating too quickly, you're a sloppy eater. You're just inhaling your food. Well, guess what else you're inhaling? You're inhaling air as well, and that will cause you to be bloated. Now, a second reason why you may be having a lot of bloating, gas, and farting is the types of foods that you're eating. And these are foods that seem healthy, and they are, but for some people, they cannot digest those foods, which cause them to gas and bloat. These includes things like apples, broccoli, cabbage, lentils, prunes, beans, and raisins, and milk. Now these things typically are healthy for you. They make you feel good. They're good for your gut microbiome. But one of the side effects can be producing a lot of gas and a lot of gut issues. So you may want to minimize that. And the third reason why you may produce a lot of gas could be just a medical condition. Conditions like irritable bowel syndrome or IBS can cause you to predispose yourself to produce a lot of gas. If you're constipated, you're going to produce gas. In fact, constipation is probably one of the more common reasons why people have gas, bloating, and distension. If you have stuff still in your stool, things will backflow all the way up and cause a traffic jam inside your gut to manifest as bloating, pain, distension, gas, and farting. You may have a condition called small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIBO, very common condition in which you have a predominance of bad bacteria. And the bad bacteria over time can ferment and produce gas. So these are reasons why people get gassy, bloating, and farting in general. But what specifically about traveling on an airplane makes these conditions worse? Well, the first reason is air pressure changes. So whenever you're going in the airplane, do you notice your ears tend to pop? Maybe you get a little bit lightheaded as well. Your body also changes with that air pressure. When there's less oxygen, gas expands, including the gas in our belly. And around 6,000 or 8,000 feet, that's when the cabin starts to pressurize. And at that point in time, when you're at higher altitudes, that air will expand more, and then the gas in your abdomen will distend and get bigger as well. Typically more than 30% the normal size in which you are at regular level. And this is a normal problem for a lot of people. A lot of people suffer from this because the amount of air in their stomach gets bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where you feel very, very uncomfortable and you actually have to fart. So yes, it's normal. Even I suffer from this. Yes, the great Dr. Islam sometimes has gas. I can't believe I am actually telling you guys this, but yes, we're family. I do too. So do you need to hold your farts in? Well, I will tell you that's probably not a good idea, because that's going to produce more and more gas, which will get more and more descendant, and then you're going to feel like you're maybe going to float in air because you have so much gas in your belly. Sometimes you got to have that little toot just to get that air out. And I'm sorry people will smell it, but that's okay because everyone does it. Now that I talked about the embarrassing thing about gas in an airplane, what can you do to make your travels better to prevent this? Here are my tips. Number one, if you feel the urge to go, if you have a lot of gas, bloating, and you can't wait, use the restroom. Yes, go to the restroom and just let it all out. Go crazy. Be like a whoopee cushion. It is not a big deal. People know this. It is a very common problem. You are not doing something that your passenger friend hasn't already done. Trust me, everyone does this. Use that restroom to pass that gas. Number two, try to avoid those foods that trigger gas before you enter that plane. Even healthy foods, things like onions, cabbage, milk products, cheese. These are things that you may find in an airport stand as a snack, but try to avoid that so you don't make things worse when you're up in the air. Number three, avoid using straws. Straws, they suck in that air, so you have more air swallowing. It stays in your belly, and it gets worse when you go up in the air. Number four, try to avoid those carbonated drinks. Now, I know it's maybe enticing when you're up in the air to have a Diet Dr. Pepper or even a real Dr. Pepper, but I would not do that, especially if you have gas and bloating as a condition. That will make gas worse. It'll make your bloating worse. It's like adding fuel to the fire of what is going on inside your body. Next, I would try and chew slowly. Don't be a sloppy eater. Don't just scarf your food down. Take your time. Don't swallow a lot of air and chew slowly. Next, avoid artificial sweeteners. These artificial sweeteners are sweeteners that are not typically digested inside your gut. They have no calories or low calories, but because of that, your body has the inability sometimes to digest them, and this can make bloating issues worse. It's like having a bomb explode in your belly to cause you to have more farting, more gas, and more bloating. Another pro tip as well, when you're on board and you're having bloating and gas, ask the flight attendant for some warm water. And if you add lemon to that, that's going to help out. They'll help soothe the gut. They'll make things easier to digest. It'll help out with pain, and it'll help out with bloating as well. Also, don't forget to move around. When you're sitting on that plane, you're sitting there and your gut sits there as well. It acts as a ticking time bomb. Get up maybe every 30 minutes, walk around, do some exercise, get your feet moving, get out of there, because the more that you can move, the more things can move inside your gut, and to make it less likely for you to have a lot of gas, bloating, and farting around. And if you want, maybe walk to the front of the plane, let one out, rip it out, and then walk right back they can blame people in the front of the plane. Not a big deal. I've done it before. And some other things you can do, try getting over-the-counter Beano, simethicone, or even activated charcoal. These are substances that have been used and studied to help out with gas, to help prevent gas, and to attack gas when you're having it at that time. So you can have up to 500 milligrams the day before, leading up to, and during the flight as well. So these are my tips to beat the jelly belly. My question today for you guys, what would you add to the list? What would you take away? What other tips or tricks do you have to beat the bloat? I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to a weekly newsletter where you can get great tips and tricks, including what you're learning in this video. Guys, I hope you have a happy and healthy day. Have happy travels. Beat that bloat with these tips that I recommend in this video. Guys, let's talk about poop. Don't forget. Hey, if you want to learn more about my On the Road series, click on this playlist right here.